All right, let's go ahead and get started with this article. Now, Jussie Smollett, I just want to refresh everyone's memory because this has been going on for a couple of years now. A couple of years ago, Jussie Smollett said that he was attacked outside with a couple of men who were Trump supporters. They yelled MAG at him. They threw bleach on him, beat him up. 3:00 in the morning. Now, a lot of us, well, some of us, Dave Chappelle brought this out, said that a lot of African Americans, we were just sitting back like, yeah, he's probably lying. It is true. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, something about this story is odd. So that happened a couple of years ago. And then going forward, this case has kind of been pending. There are two guys who came forward who actually knew Jussie Smollett. Apparently, they worked with him in Empire. I think they might have been his trainers or something like that. But they came forward and said that Jussie Smollett actually paid them to attack him. Apparently, he wrote them a check. I don't know why he decided to do that. Checks are traceable. But he wrote them a check and they had a copy of that. So they were able to prove that he gave them that money, and that they basically said, like, look, like, he asked us to do this job. We did this job, which was really disappointing because Chicago PD basically went on a manhunt looking for two MAGA guys that were not present, that were not involved with this story. So he used police resources when they could have been used doing something else. So that was a big uproar. Chicago PD was not happy with him. The mayor of Chicago wasn't happy with him, although we can say things about her as well. But he was finally given his sentence. Jussie Smollett sentenced 150 days in jail for lying to police in a hate crime hoax. My God, this was a terrible story. All right, so here we go. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett was sentenced Thursday to 30 months of felony probation, including 150 days in jail, in order to pay restitution of more than $120,000 and $25,000 fine for making false reports to police that he was the victim of a hate crime in January 2019. So this goes all the way back to 2019, you guys. After the judge announced his sentence, Smollett lowered his face mask and said that he was innocent. Your Honor, I respect you. I respect the jury, but I did not do this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's still saying that. I'm going to skip down a little bit because some of this is in the video that you'll see. Just before he was taken into custody, the actor yelled again that he was innocent and raised a fist into the air. This is so dramatic, you guys. I'm sorry. Wait till you see the video. Here we go. There's a side of you that has this arrogance and selfishness and narcissism that just disgraceful. Now that's coming from the judge. He said, you are not a victim of a real hate crime. You're not a victim of a homophobic hate crime. You're just a charlatan pretending to be the victim of a hate crime. And that's shameful. The judge ordered Smollett to be held in protective custody by Smollett's request and the court's recommendation. On Friday, the actor, on Friday, the actor was being housed in his own cell, which is monitored by security cameras in the cell and by an officer wearing a body-worn camera who was stationed at the entrance of the cell to ensure that Mr. Smollett is under direct observation at all times. The office stressed Smollett was not being held in solitary confinement, noting he is entitled to substantial time out of his cell and is able to use a telephone, watch TV, and interact with staff. Yeah. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you're a celebrity. Do you think everyday Joe Schmoes that are in jail get to have those types of privileges? I don't know here. I don't think so. I don't think so. He can use the telephone. He can watch TV and interact with staff. Yes, Leroy, Club Fed for the celebrities. Absolutely. Lawrence Johnson said it sounds like a vacation. Right? Yeah. So this is really interesting. Let's go back in. Social justice figures. Now, this part really gets me. Social justice figures urge for leniency. Smollett, 39, was found guilty in December on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct for making false reports about what he said was an anti-gay, anti-black hate crime. The actor, who is black and gay, told Chicago police that on a frigid night in January 2019, 2 unknown men attacked him, yelled racist and homophobic slurs at him, poured bleach on him, and wrapped a noose around his neck. By the way, this was supposed to be at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it goes on to say, I want to skip down here. Smollett's attorneys argued that he should be given a more lenient punishment, such as probation, citing his lack of criminal history and community service he has performed. They read several letters which attested to that part of his life. Before announcing the sentence, the judge also spoke of the leading figures in social justice circles that asked for a lenient sentence for Smollett. You do have quite a record of real community service and quite a record of attaching with people. The judge said, I'm mindful of pleas of mercy, particularly from people that are in the arena. But ultimately, the judge said this act showed Smollett's dark side. Yeah. His sister, by the way, in a news conference following the sentencing, Smollett's brother, Jojo Smollett, or excuse me, this is his brother, but his sister, some of you may know, she's an actress also. But his brother said, I told reporters he was disappointed with the outcome. He shamed my brother. He spoke about his arrogance. He doesn't know the struggles my brother is encountering. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. And this is where I have to come out of here. I would not necessarily say that the judge shamed Jussie Smollett. I think when Jussie Smollett created this wild ass, stupid story, I think he shamed himself. This story to me never really made any sense. Why would there just be 2 guys standing on the corner at 3 o'clock in the morning in Chicago in the middle of winter, mind you? And if you've ever been to Chicago during the winter, you know how cold Chicago can be. So the fact that he said there was just some random guys who just happened to be hanging out on the corner at 3 o'clock in the morning in Chicago, just waiting for him, and they're standing there with bleach and rope, and nobody sees these guys and think that this is strange. That was just, it was so weird to me. That was strange. So this issue, I feel like he put this on himself. I feel like he did this for more attention, which to me didn't make any sense at the time. Jussie Smollett was on one of the most popular television shows on TV. He was on Empire. He was actually one of the favorite characters. If you asked a lot of people who their favorite character was, they either said Lucius, Cookie, or Jussie's character. So it's really a shame that it came to this. I want to show you the video. So let's go ahead and get into that. This is the courtroom scene after he received his sentencing. So
no, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay. Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present right now?
Yes, Judge.
As
The defense would wish to present a motion to reconsider sentence and file it in standard.
It is timely filed.
Thank you, Judge.
And let me say, I've obviously considered the sentence of great length. And it's timely filed, so it's preserved for purposes of appeal. Motion to reconsider sentence is respectfully denied. And is there another, one second, Randy. Anything else? Just a second. Is there going to be a notice of appeal filed?
Yes, Judge, we found a notice of appeal. We're going to be emailing to the clerk right now, to the office.
You doing it in standard? And
In standard.
are you going to be handling the appeal?
Judge, as of now, yes.
Well, you have to commit to.
Yes, Judge, yes, we're filing a notice of appeal.
All right, notice of appeal may be filed. Charlotte, and now I need the prosecutors to work with Charlotte, the probation officer, to work out probation specifications with the conditions I just explained. 150 days in the county jail, restitution of fines, and also statutory DNA and cost order as well. That's statutory. So you have to fill out the probation specifications. And I'm going to get somebody to help you do that. We need to get that done on standards.
Your Honor, if I may, in light of the notice of appeal, we would ask that you would suspend the jail sentence in light of the in-stanchial filing of the notice of appeal.
Did I do what?
Suspend the jail sentence in light of the notice of filing of appeal.
Okay, so this part right here, she's asking the judge if he would suspend the jail sentence. They're trying to do an appeal. They've already mentioned appeal. Keep in mind, the two brothers, they're from Nigeria. The two brothers that he asked to do this, again, he wrote a check. There's video of them going into the store to buy the supplies. So it's like, so should he get any type of special treatment because he's a celebrity? She's like, just suspend the jail sentence. Really? Let's go back into the video.
That will be respectfully denied.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
if it can be stayed in light of our notice of appeal.
No, I'm not staying. No. The wheels of justice turn slowly. And sometimes the hammer of justice has to fall, and it's falling right here, right now. I'm not staying this. This happens right here, right now. Charlotte?
Judge, I know you said this that Mrs. Smollett removed.
I'll talk to you about the views.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other matters to come before the court today? All right. Defendants remanded for custody sheriff. Court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Was that not dramatic or what? Let's see it again. Watch this.
On this particular docket, the original on this particular docket. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
I'm sorry. Like, is this a Shakespeare play? Like, this is so dramatic to me. I think this is a bit over the top and a bit ridiculous. No, I get it. Yes, people have these thoughts about with Jeffrey Epstein and other people, and I get it. I get it. The problem is Jussie Smollett. He thinks he's Jeffrey Epstein or something. That's what's cracking me up about this. This is so like Shakespearean. I want you to know that I did not do it. If something happens to me, I want you to know that I did not do it myself. What? Like this is, give him an award. Give him an award. This is an actor. This is an actor. Let's look at the part at the end again. Watch.
Court today. Defendants remanded for custody sheriff. Court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? One more outcry for the people. I am not. That was so dramatic. Guys, here's the big problem though. I think that he really believes he's telling the truth. Did you get that impression? I get this impression that he really believes what he's saying. Guys, he wrote a check. Like, I'm going to go to some of the comments in the chat. Thanks so much for the super chat, Ashura. Is the super chat working? I need contact Google. Yes, it's working. At least here it is. Thank you so much. Yipper99 said the police got mad because they thought they could finally solve a case. Oh, Yipper99, that is so cruel. Good point, though. Sean says, well, he can use the time to do character study for it if he ever does a prison movie. Are you guys believing this? Lucky Burrito said people are locked up over a plant. This is true. This is true. Cat Terrell says the fist. He threw it up in the air all proud. I am not. Working Man says, and the Emmy goes to the rich narcissistic asshole. Where does this come from? Like, this is too much. Just too much. Long story short, I think that Jussie Smollett did this to get more attention, to get more eyes on his career. Let's be clear here and let's be fair. He got a lot of media attention for this. But again, like I said, he was on one of the most popular shows on television at that time, on network television. And I don't really watch much network TV, to be honest with you. Shows aren't good. So I don't even know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Dave Chappelle called him Juicy. He said Jussie Smollett. Dave Chappelle was trying to be funny. Said he was French. But how many of you, when you first heard this story, thought to yourself, does this story sound strange? Because that's the first thing I said. I watched this interview that he did. I think that was with, I forget the woman who interviewed him, but I think it was on ABC or something like that. Did a primetime interview. I watched the interview. I watched his body language, and something just seemed off to me. So this has happened. They are going to try for an appeal. I don't know if it's going to be granted or not, but I think one of the bigger problems with this situation is the fact that, number one, he wasted police resources. You do not send a police department on a manhunt for two people that don't exist just because you want attention. That's one of the issues. The other issue with this is the fact that it really made people who were anti-Trump look pretty bad. And I saw that all over social media. Because some people who were Trump supporters, they saw this and they were like, oh, so this guy lied? It really did. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Gamer said, facts, Sabby, waste of resources on him for sure. 100%. 100%. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit ridiculous. I'm not like that's a good point. Greg Bruce says, to be fair, the police are a waste of resources. LMAO. That's a good point. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. So I don't know if there's something going on mentally there or not, but I get the impression that he really believes what he's saying. And that's the part that's concerning. So there's that.